I think Shakur knew I was really good, but he didn't say it. But now the time is here where he got no point but to now do it.
I think he's nervous and he's giving off energy as if he's trying to dilute his brain into believing things that are basically not going to happen. I just don't understand how he can dilute his brain into believing that when he didn't make Steve Claggett, that's his name, Steve Claggett, quit. He didn't make him quit. He didn't make George Kambosos quit. He did not make Lomachenko quit. So what in the world makes him think that he's going to make me quit?
They're going to say, oh, he was a lightweight. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, technically, he is a lightweight. He's still WB. See, the thing is that I look at it, I don't want to elongate this whole thing, but he's still the WBC champion at lightweight division. So I'm just going to bring him back down. That's all it is. But he doesn't lose anything. He loses to me, okay, that's one thing, but he still has his safety net. You know what I mean? That's a WBC world title.
Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez faced off in a live interview, and it was clear this was more than just pre-fight talk. It felt like both fighters were subtly trying to get into each other's heads right then and there.
Feel that he's better now than Loma was when you fought Loma?
Shakur?
Yeah.
And Loma? Loma and Shakur?
Yes.
No comparison there. No. But I believe me, stylistically, and the knowledge and everything I've learned from that is, I think there's a better version that we're going to see right now when I go against Shakur Stevenson Saturday night.
Teo came in hot, cutting through the usual polite media tone with, "Nah, this is fight week. Don't try to soften me up."
Stop trying to be nice on fight week. Like, this is the fight week. Like, I ain't your buddy, dude. Like, don't give me that. Don't try to soften me up to not give you this whooping I'm about to give you. So nah, I ain't trying to hear all that.
Just because I'm on top of my game. He's getting the best version of me. With Loma, I think that it's also another thing. I'm not as small as Lomachenko was. He may be the bigger fighter, but he's not just way bigger than me. I think with the Lomachenko fight, he was a lot bigger than Lomachenko, and he instilled, and his dad instilled fear inside of Lomachenko by constantly calling his name, and I seen it within the way that Lomachenko fought, and I think that I don't have that. Like, I'm the type of guy that I take risks. I'm not scared of these moments. I'm not scared of this fight. I'm not scared of none of this.
He then switched to full focus mode, talking about being mentally reset, shutting out distractions, and feeling more determined than he has since the Lomachenko fight. That's some serious, dangerous energy.
So I'm just going to bring him back down. That's all it is. But he doesn't lose anything. He loses to me, okay, that's one thing, but he still has his safety net. You know what I mean? That's a WBC world title. He's still world champion. So it's not like it's a lose-lose for him. It's more like we tried and we win, no matter what. For Teofimo, my hand is different, far different.
I feel there's more at stake for you in that sense in this fight.
My career is at stake. Not the fight. My career.
When Teo talks about silence, focus, and will over skill, it's not just promo hype. You can feel he thinks this fight will decide it all. Then Shakur steps in calmly, breaking down that narrative, calling Teo nervous and pointing out how someone who didn't make Loma or Kambosos quit can't expect to make him quit.
Make George Kambosos quit. He did not make Lomachenko quit. So what in the world makes him think that he's going to make me quit?
Okay, I know you feel like you're a greater challenge for him at this point in your career than Loma was at that point in his career. Can you tell me why?
Just because I'm on top of my game. He's getting the best version of me. With Loma, I think that it's also another thing. I'm not as small as Lomachenko was. He may be the bigger fighter, but he's not just way bigger than me. I think with the Lomachenko fight, he was a lot bigger than Lomachenko.
And he casually drops that he sees himself in the top 4 pound for pound after this fight. No yelling, just calm confidence like, "I'm at my peak and you're about to see it." He even analyzes the Loma fight like a teacher, saying Teo got more credit than he deserved and Loma made early mistakes. A quiet but sharp psychological jab.
He instilled, and his dad instilled fear inside of Lomachenko by constantly calling his name, and I seen it within the way that Lomachenko fought, and I think that I don't have that. Like I'm the type of guy that I take risks. I'm not scared of these moments. I'm not scared of this fight. I'm not scared of none of this. I prepare myself to my whole capacity, and I know that come fight night, what I did in my preparation is going to show.
When Shakur talks about Teo's overrated power, trouble with southpaws, and flawed mindset, it's not trash talk, it's calculated disrespect. Teo fires back with gratitude, faith, career stakes, and legacy, turning the exchange into a battle of ego versus purpose, analytics versus belief, IQ versus will.
He's a switch hitter who really fights naturally orthodox, but he chose to fight him southpaw the whole night. So when I hear him say them things, it's okay, believe what you want. I told you there's a lot of delusion that goes on inside of his brain. Like I said, Steve Clackett was a smaller guy. And being that he was a smaller guy, I watched Teo load up and hit him big, hit him with the biggest shots that he could throw. And the guy just walked right through it. He just, boom, keep it moving, walk right through it. So I can't say is that I don't know what to make for it. I think he can punch, but I think like he overrates his own power.
Both fighters see this win as a legacy changer. Both believe the other is misunderstood. And both sound like they're getting ready for the biggest night of their lives. This isn't just a fight. It's two different philosophies about boxing, confidence, and destiny colliding under the lights of Madison Square Garden.
Tell us how you're going to perform on Saturday night.
I don't know how I'm going to perform. I just know when it happens, it's in God's favor. It's his will. It's not mine. So whatever he decides that night, it's not up to me, guys. It's up to the Father.
What would it mean for you and your legacy to do what you know you're going to do on Saturday?
It means everything. I trained really hard for this moment. Blood, sweat, tears is all on this, and I had a hard training camp, 12 weeks, and I'm just ready to show who I.
And right after that intense Shakur Teo stare down, the talk doesn't calm down. It gets even sharper. Malik Scott and the Inside the Ring team jump in like analysts with precision, breaking the hype into a lesson. Malik describes Shakur's southpaw jab like it's a weapon system, not just a punch. And when he explains how Shakur catches fighters the moment they step forward, you realize that's predator timing, not simple reflex.
Shakur has one of the best jabs in the business, in my opinion, especially from a southpaw standpoint. Because what he do, as fighters has this rocky, back and forth place before they about to do offense, Shakur always catches it and hits you with the beautiful jab right there. He has a great measure of distance.
Then he turns to Teo's habits, pointing out that low lead hand against southpaws like a technical crime scene. You can almost hear every coach in America quietly saying, "Don't do that." What makes it wild is Malik doesn't hype it up. He calmly shows how that jab can kill momentum, steal rhythm, and hit the fighter's mindset like a mental break.
Shakur has a very, very good jab. So that means Teo lead hand down, going into offense against Shakur, going with his lead hand down, he's open for the jab. And we all know that's one of Shakur's best shots.
Then he shifts to the bodywork, and that's when it gets serious. Talking about Shakur freezing the guard to expose the core isn't flashy. It's methodical damage. The kind that doesn't make Twitter highlights but wins fights in the quiet rounds. When Max and the panel dive in, breaking down Shakur on points, Teo's athleticism, footwork, angles, and resume, and warn not to be shocked if Teo wins, it becomes this perfect storm of contradictions. Logic versus chaos, structure versus instinct, IQ versus raw power.
Because of Teo's feet, and I said this before, Teo can be on the side of you while he's giving you angles he can match Shakur's speed. Speed, yes, maybe not technique, but speed, yes. He has better power, and his feet are really good. So when he's on the side and creating angles, yes, I like Shakur on points. I would not be surprised if Teo won, and I would not be surprised if these two guys have a 3-fight series.
I love how no one sounds 100% sure, yet everyone sounds confident. Malik talks about systems. Max calls it a safety bet. The panel warns not to sleep on Teo's engine, and you realize all of it can be true at once. That's the magic of this matchup. You're not just watching a fight, you're watching styles, habits, psychology, athleticism, discipline, and timing all collide in one ring. No simple story, no easy answer. Just pure boxing chaos wrapped in strategy and confidence.
Here to fight everybody. By the way, even the in-between fights that Teo's had. You look at dudes that
serious fights.
If you took Josh Taylor and Lomachenko off his resume, he'd have as good a resume as the rest of these guys.
Come on now. So you keeping the real right now.
Teo's the real deal coming up.
And right after Max and the panel turned the fight into a full-on physics lesson of angles, athleticism, and probabilities, Tim Bradley steps in like the professor who's been grading both fighters for years and isn't impressed by hype. Bradley frames Shakur as the thinking fighter, the guy with built-in plans A, B, and C. You can feel he respects that cerebral adaptability more than raw chaos. He acknowledges Teo's high boxing IQ and explosive athleticism, which lets him create moments on the fly, but then he drops the warning. Creativity is harder when your opponent sees it coming. Bradley paints Teo as a dynamic rhythm-switching wild card who can steal early rounds with pressure and unpredictability, but says the technical mistakes, hands dropping, footwork slips, defensive lapses, are exactly the kind of tiny errors Shakur thrives on.
You know, for the most part, I see Teo where he's going to struggle is just from the technical aspect. He doesn't always bring his hands back to his face. You know, he shoots his jab, he brings it back low. And I know some of you can be like, well, I mean, yeah, he does that, Tim, but he can also, you know, convert it, you know, from a jab down low and, you know, having to bring his hand back low. And he has the ability to sweep up with a left hook. Yes, he does have that ability. But again, that's against these other guys that he's faced. You know, he's facing a guy with a high boxing IQ, one of the best in the sport.
The way Bradley breaks it down, Shakur might need a few rounds to figure out Teo's rhythm. But once he does, those small mistakes become clear targets. He keeps returning to frustration, saying Teo's real challenge isn't power or speed, it's staying mentally steady when clean shots aren't landing and fundamentals start picking him apart. Bradley also emphasizes preparation and discipline, pointing out that fights are often 1 month before the bell, and he believes Shakur's environment and mindset give him an advantage there. He even brings up the Bud Crawford comparison, calling elite sparring a cheat code for growth, and questions whether Teo is getting that same level of sharpening. His bottom line isn't that Teo can't win, it's that Shakur's technical consistency versus Teo's athletic brilliance is a dangerous matchup. When things get chaotic, the technician usually comes out on top. Teo can be spectacular, but Shakur is built to methodically erase spectacular.
I mean, everybody expects me to be like, Shakur is going to win easily, right?
Well, that's just what we think.
Yeah, but I think it's a good fight. I think it's honestly 60-40. I think, you know, obviously favors Shakur. He's the more unbeatable guy because he's hard to hit him, period.
Yeah.
But Teo also has the abilities to not be that easy hittable. Like, he's not just a guy you're sitting there picking.
After Bradley turned the fight into a masterclass on rhythm, fundamentals, and mental warfare, Richardson Hitchens steps in with that confident insider energy like, yeah, I've seen these guys up close. Let's keep it real. Hitchens gives Keshin his credit, calling him a complete talent, but immediately stakes his own claim, I'm special too. That's the fighter ego needed at this level. If you don't think you're elite, you're already out. The real impact comes when Hitchens breaks down Shakur versus Teo like a danger equation. He says Shakur is the favorite because he's just hard to hit, but Teo isn't a stationary target either. He's athletic, defensive, and can make you miss and pay. Then Hitchens delivers the key line. It all comes down to whether Teo can make Shakur think twice. That sums up the entire fight in one sentence.
Also athletic and defensive at times.
Yeah, so I think it's a 60-40 fight. I'm favoring Shakur. And I don't know how Shakur is going to win the fight. I don't know if Shakur is with Shakur is all about the danger you could put in front of him. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I do know. If he feel like it's danger and you got his mind thinking and working, you can taint him and make him keep off of you.
If Shakur doesn't feel any threat, he'll dismantle Teo with surgical precision. But if Teo can put real danger in Shakur's mind, make him hesitate and respect what's coming, suddenly it turns into chess with a timer. Hitchens admits Shakur might still win, but then it becomes a take what I can and move type performance instead of a flawless clinic. When he mentions the Zapita fight, noting how Shakur surprised him under the lights, that's a subtle warning. Gym Shakur and big stage Shakur are two different fighters. Hitchens frames Shakur as a pressure-tested competitor who elevates in the spotlight, but still leaves a small opening if Teo can bring genuine threat, not just noise. So while Hitchens isn't picking Teo, He's clear that Teo's only real path to victory is to instill fear, and in boxing, fear can be the most powerful punch of all.
If Teo can't make him think, if Teo don't got nothing that's like, yo, this motherfucker hurt me, Shakur's gonna have his way with him. So it's all about what Shakur feels in that ring.
When you put it all together, the press conference mind games, Malik Scott analyzing habits like a coach under a microscope, Max and the panel weighing chaos versus structure, Bradley warning that fundamentals always pay off, and Hitchens boiling the fight down to one word, danger. You see, this isn't just Shakur versus Teo. It's order versus volatility in real time. Shakur is framed as the system, the algorithm, the fighter who slowly eliminates your options until you're shadowboxing with anxiety. Teo is the glitch in that system, the athlete who can shatter patterns with one explosive moment if he forces Shakur to respect him. Every expert is saying the same thing in different ways. If Teo can't disrupt Shakur's rhythm and confidence, it becomes a clinic. If he can inject real chaos, we could witness a classic.